Look at me. Look at me. Look at me ballin'.
Good morning. What is going on, guys? How you guys doing? All right. Just give me a few moments, guys. All right, let's take a look at the bigger picture of what's going on. So first things first, we'll take a look at a 4-hour chart. Let's get rid of all the levels, start with a naked chart. Oh, what just happened here? That is weird. Oh, how did that happen? Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. Here's our 4-hour chart. Weekly profiles. Let's take a look at, let's get rid of the GEX levels for right now. And we can start identifying our areas of interest. Okay, so this is our weekly chart, our 4-hour chart. Very straightforward activity right now. We don't need to overcomplicate this. We were basically ripping higher. We had this extension. We had this attempt here. We broke. We've now taken out this entire move higher. So this entire region here, we've already cleared it out. Coming into this week, we've basically been kind of holding this little channel that we've got here. They made like an attempt, if you will, like I guess sort of kind of tried to, I guess this was on Monday, we had this attempt here, but we kind of just rejected off the weekly open. And now we're beginning to look like we're going to be pushing down towards these lows. And so, you know, we do have this area here that we could potentially pay attention to as an area of support. but we would be thinking that this would be the magnet for price down below at 20,943s, prior session low at 29,017s. Now, if we layer our gamma levels, let's drop this. We have put support right at 29,050. So that's kind of the area I'll be targeting here to see if we do push lower. Yesterday, my thesis was that based on this structure here, we were watching to see, because this is when the market opened yesterday, we were inside this red candle. We were looking for a pullback to 240s, which was call resistance yesterday. They ended up pulling back and then they bounced off of it. But then overnight, we closed back inside. So kind of failed to hold put support, or yesterday's put support, which was right around 240 as support. So now we're just going to wait to see. Well, at this point, I'm not really looking to see, I'm not going to just buy blindly off this area here. The main thing right now is if we do push lower, I'll be looking for 250s. If we end up creating some momentum and get some reversal in market structure, at that point, then maybe we would look for a pop and a retest of 400. So 400 is our main overhead level to pay attention to. I don't know if we're going to get back up there today. Let's take a look at our hourly chart. So our hourly chart, and with daily profiles here, let me actually get rid of this for right now. Okay. How's everybody doing today? How'd everyone do yesterday? Hope everyone had a decent session yesterday. Not much volatility in the afternoon, pretty compressed. Well, this is loading because it's calculating the profiles here, but what we can see, excuse me, what we can see is overnight, we had this push down lower. So this rejection occurred from 250. So 250 is kind of like that overhead resistance. Yesterday, we were looking at it as an area of support, being call resistance. Now we'll be looking to see if they use this as resistance. So 250 becomes potentially an inversion zone, support becoming resistance. And then from the lower side, again, main level would be that put support, but below that, we have our major level of 29,000. So if we can get down there, great. Right now, we can see that this area here, we've had some consolidation in the middle. I know my chart is calculating volume profile, so I can't really do anything to it right now. But we can, if we just look right here, we can see how we kind of based here, we based here. So this area is obviously an area of balance and consolidations, our range. So every time we get into this area, we kind of just consolidate, and just notice how we went above it, below it, above it, and now we're kind of literally like right there. So we're still kind of in that vicinity. We'll see if we do get some type of expansion above or below, but we're still within that 250 consolidation zone. We'll see what that ends up leading to, right? So we got a few minutes here before the market opens. Let's see. And I think that's pretty much it for right now. Let's get the gamma levels up here real quick. And we can kind of get that posted up here. We'll just use this really quick. This is from our outlook. So it looks like 150s is our downside battle line. So if we accept below 150s, okay, and then 200s would be our upside. So basically, we're always looking for the two levels where bulls are in control, bears are in control. We're leaning bearish. We're in positive gamma. So below 29,200, then that would lead us to 29,050. Hedging impact, compression and mean reversion, execution focus, wait for acceptance outside of 150s to 200 before expecting directional continuation. Okie dokes. And then we got some of the key gamma levels and what we can expect. So if we start trading down to 150, downside acceleration risk. So price may respond to a confirmed move lower. Next objective, 150. Okay, got it. We know that. Let's see, expected lows. And okay, that's our 0 DTE put support and then volatility directional 250s overhead. Alrighty then. Pretty straightforward structure. Not much, not too difficult here. Okay, so let's get rid of the profiles real quick. We'll just keep our weekly on there. Let's get rid of the GEX again. And then this goes back to what we're just talking about in this area here. Just kind of watch this zone, because as long as we're here, to me, we're still in a trading range. And remember, we were looking at this area as well as another range, right? So resistance, basically structural. If you just look at how prices expand down, consolidate, expand down, they try to retest the zone. They got rejected right here. So rejected from here. Okay, expanding out, came back in, rejecting from here again. So we're just rejecting value that continues to get built. So prior values becoming acting as resistance. So again, right here, came back in. So now this is our current area that we're in. So we shall see if we end up, and this is our weekly profile. So currently on the week, we're inside our current value. Okay, so right now we have 300s and then 100s. Value low, POC is 213. So we're going to watch to see if we get some type of attempt here, and then if we get a failure to the downside. That's kind of what I would like to see, but you know, we'll just keep it fluid today, guys. Try not to get too locked in. You can have a game plan, but that game plan can instantly change as soon as new information comes into the market. And that's something that, you know, I think a lot of people struggle with because they have a plan, and it's very hard for them to like improvise, you know. But the market does do things every minute, every 5 minutes, new information's coming in. And so what we just need to like understand is there's a big difference between having a belief and having a thesis, right? And so you can have an idea, a thesis, but you got to be fluid enough where you can flip and change and just let it happen. And this is what the Renko chart's helpful for, because the Renko chart for me represents momentum. So even though market structure on the higher time frame could be bearish, if momentum is bullish, you don't want to be shorting, right? Because the momentum is just going to basically, you know, knock you out. So we got to respect the short-term momentum, the short-term market structure, and wait for things to get in alignment. All right, so that's the basic concept, guys. Basic concept. Let's drop our Enzo bands here. So this is where we're at. We're kind of holding the zone here at 134s. So kind of just looking at the structure, we've got this overhead resistance, this trend line here kind of holding. What is this low here? Opening range low. So yesterday's opening range low, we're trading below that. So that's interesting. Okay, so we've got yesterday's opening range. Let's get rid of the volatility zones. In fact, let's get rid of Enzo bands for right now. Okay, there we go. And let's get rid of the trend lines too. Okay. Yeah, so I think if we stay heavy underneath yesterday's opening range, I think that would act as a potential resistance. It already did at the open for me last night. Okay, there's the opening push. Let's see if we get any activity here. So support, technically, prior day low, New York open. We're now coming into this prior consolidation here. So let's see how they handle this consolidation. Good morning. Now we're testing the mid here. Maybe they'll clear this range here. What time is this? It's our midnight high. So I guess midnight was somewhere around here. Let's see. Yeah. And this would be our overnight high pivot right there. We'll see if they're going to be able to get up to that level. So 225s is being tested right now. So 225. It's our volatility threshold. We're about to break this trend line here. Hourly chart looks like it's pushing back up into that trying to make an attempt here, 250 to 250s. So we'll just see if they clear out this consolidation. Okay, now we've got this structure, this rotation higher. We've taken out the midnight high, and we're testing our Globex open print, which is right at 288s. We also have Gamma 4. ES is actually pushing as well, but we've got some divergence in terms of NQ making a new high. ES is still underneath its overnight high. Go to our smaller Renko chart here. We'll take the first attempt short. If we can hold this 150 extension here, we'll just watch right here, 275s. We got that first pop, got that buyer here. Let's see if they're going to reject. We'll try the first short there, guys. So we'll take that first short. Hopefully we see a little bit of a pop here, a little bit more. And maybe we get some nice rotation back down. There's 50 ticks. Still got some moves, some buyers here. So let's see if they're going to support price on this pullback. Watching 250s. They're going to hold 250s. Nice. There's 100 ticks. Let's take the 100 tick scalp. Build the buffer. So let's see. This quick scalp. Continuation move here. Buy if we end up breaking here. Let's see. Okay, we'll get long. Maybe get a push here to Globex open. Target Globex open there. Quick scalp. Watching this 300 level, see if we can get up to 300s. They're struggling already though. Let's see. Stopped on that one. Well, the short would have worked out there. Let's see. Big rejection there. Are they staying bearish here? Nice rejection out of that zone. See if the buyers have a little bit more. They're going to be able to try again for another push, but it looks like they are exhausting. Okay, watching now to see if we get a pop. Maybe just a little pop. Back in. Targeting Globex open print. When we get there. No, still staying heavy. Watching 225s. Will they be able to support price here? One more. Okay, there's the pop. That's what I was looking for. 300s would be the target. Maybe even 350s if they really want to get aggressive. So we'll do a trail targeting 350s. There's the 180 ticks, gang. Very nice. Very nice. Bingo. Let's see if they reject here or hold. $75 is that resistance area that they are battling against. Let's see if we can clear 75s. I'm not seeing any buying here. Yes, we are. There's the buyers right there. We got this resistance here. Oh, might be another failure point here. Let's see. Are they going to fail again? Stops at break even just in case. Actually, it's fine. We'll just leave it open. I'm pretty sure they're going to give us the pop. So we'll just let it do its thing. Okay, now that it popped like that, maybe we'll just let it do its thing. Rejected again off 175, 275s. Mm. I'm going to get tagged out on my trail. Should have took that partial. All right. So far, sellers defended that 75 levels. Couldn't get that breakout. Still possible, though. Unless they just give up here and then we just displace lower. Let's see. Watching here. Try one more time. Mm. There's another 100 tick. All right, come on. A little bit more. Looking for a little squeeze. Can we get a squeeze? No squeeze again. There we go. There's the pullback holding. Nice. Can we get that? No, don't do that. That settlement price is at 776. If we can get back above settlement, I mean, that would be nice. So I guess it kind of just closed its opening gap price. So price just closed the opening gap, and that's kind of why we're seeing this type of action here. Maybe that's all it wanted to do. Oh my goodness, so annoying. Well, we're not getting to follow through to the upside yet. We keep rejecting that level. So I'm just going to wait at this point. We had 2 trades for over 100 ticks and didn't take the profits. Okay, there's a break. It looks like they're trying to break. I don't trust it though, to be honest. Okay. We're still holding the VT, volatility threshold, 225s. Here it goes again. Are they going to get it done? Can these guys finally get it done? All we're trying to do is get this breakout, but I'm already not in. I've already been tagged out, so. Watching. Let's see. One last chance to do it. One last chance. Oh yeah, baby. There we go. I love when that happens. Just had to wait for the right timing, guys. That's all it was. This time, let's take that fucking profit, bro. We're not playing. Let's take that profit. Yeah, buddy. See, momentum chart. That's a momentum chart right there. You see that? The momentum. Yeah, that's fine. That was good. I knew they were going to do it. I knew they were going to squeeze. Kind of obvious, right? Anyone get that third trade? So the first one was 100 something, but didn't take profit. You could take profit. Second one was 100 something, could take profit, didn't take profit. You could take profit. Just now, finally took profit. So lame. So 32 bar now testing the top of this range. Did we take out this pivot? Not yet. Not yet, gang. May not be ready yet. So we'll just see how they deal with yesterday's initial balance. Did our IB close yet? Not yet. Let's drop our IB here. Should be closing in about a minute. In 1 minute. There's the IB. Looking for a break of the IB. Let's see if they're going to give it here. Missed my entry, but would have been fine. That would have been the trade right there for the break. Could have been a nice little scalp on this pullback for the break of the IB. Boom, another quick 60 ticks. Let's see if they're going to keep trading higher here. I don't know. Will they keep squeezing here? No, maybe not. Waiting. Waiting. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Nice break. We got a rotation now. Is this a pullback or are we done? Is price done ripping higher and testing these highs? We shall see. $250 seems to be an important level today. $250. We're under Globex open. I'm gonna probably give a second leg down. Let's see if they give a second leg down. Maybe take out these guys from down the C point around 225s. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try scalp here, see if they hold this 70 to 75 level. reclaim Globex, take out opening range high again. That'd be nice. How bullish are we today? I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't seem that bullish. Let's see. 80 ticks again. Oh my goodness. Oh yes. Let's see if we can push some more. No, do not stuff. Do not stuff at 300s. Let's see. Will they hold our support zone here? High or low? Can we hold Globex? Globex open at 290s. What time is it? Looks like they're going to create another leg down. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. They're trying still. Let's see if these buyers can still defend. So we had all the sellers come on this pullback. But just remember this prior resistance area here, right? So, I mean, that's kind of why I'm like, let's just buy support, resistance acting as support. Maybe we'll get another leg up. Maybe they'll make it easy for us and just give us another extension. We wops down to 250s. We haven't pulled back to the VWAP. Yeah, we have. All right, they're trying to get another leg down here. Let's see if they succeed. Might be an M pattern, so I'm going to be cautious here if these guys want to start getting aggressive. There's a second leg down. So that is either going to be a second leg down and then we get the pop, or it could be the beginning of a deeper pullback, a deeper retracement. So I'm stopping out below 250s. Add some contracts there. Maybe get a little bit opportunity if we can pop back above that zone. Are they staying heavy? Of course they're going to stay heavy. Come on, snap back. There's zero gamma here. Can we hold zero gamma? Staying heavy. Pull back to the other side of the Enzo bands. Can we get a pop now? Can we get it back up? Reclaim that area. No, still not. Okay. What's it gonna do, guys? Let's go. Come on. Just a little bit more. Okay, there's a buyer who just came in. I hope he doesn't get stuffed. The 140 contracts just bought. I don't want to see this reverse down now. All right. Fantastic. Targets overhead, if we do get really bullish, will be 460s, 29,460s. If we do really want to get bullish today. If these boys want to get real bullish today, we're going to be targeting 460s. 29,460s. Smart levels, ORB extensions. Throw it on, put you up top right here, 460s. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get there right now, but it might take a few hours to do it, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if they're going to be able to hold this resistance area here, support, or if they're going to break back under again. So 75s. We got this lower low, lower high forming here. Hopefully it's just a little teaser, and then we squeeze again. And if we squeeze again, then maybe that gives us a day where we can anticipate bulls in control for the morning session going into the IB, maybe. That would be nice since I'm buying. Let's see if we get a pop here. This is our Globex opening price that we're battling against. We've already cleared settlement, so let's see if we can get some closure through 300s. We've not really accepted above 300 yet, so that's been the battle zone. I will take partials, guys. I'm going to take some partials on the way up to my main targets, just in case these guys want to be mean. I guess I can just go break even for now, in case they just want to top out here in range and then chop back all the way to the low again. Globex kind of holding. Let's see, can we stay above Globex? Watching for reversal break through our retracement zone. So this retracement zone here is acting as resistance of this M. Now, if we break this C point, we're going to get a squeeze. I will take a partial on the, maybe at the opening range high, if we can get back up there again. So I got my first target there at opening range high. Can we get that push? One more time. Come on, a little bit more. 100 ticks. Let's go. There's 117 ticks. Pop it a little bit more. There you go. Fill, bruh. All right, locked in that 100 ticks. 100 ticks. I front run it, of course. You got to front run your target a little bit by at least a point or so if you want to get filled. They missed it. They didn't target. They didn't even hit it, actually. I'm glad I did that. Can they hold this pullback, man? It's so like struggle. It's like a struggle here with these highs, 300s. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Since I'm not trading like crap today. Yay. In flow. Look at that. Holy yes. Look at that. Let's go. Come on now. Put the trail on. Let's go. Come on. We just broke. We're clearing 300. We're accepting 300s. We got only a few minutes left on this hourly candle. So we got to be cautious here. Because that next candle, I mean, it looks like it wants to go to 350s for a test. It wants to test that 350. And then we also have value area high from Monday. Wait a minute. Tuesday. So yesterday's value area high is at 337. So let's see if we can actually get through 337s. If we get through 337s and accept above 337s, then we can easily take out yesterday's high. And then from there, we can then start targeting the bigger targets for, 440, 400s, 460s. We got yesterday. So yesterday's highs at 420s. Very good. Up 225 ticks, gang. I mean, I know people look at my charts and they make fun of me. They're like, your charts are crazy, son. What's wrong with your charts? I don't know. I know they're crazy, but I don't know why. It just works for me. Works for me. It's the madness. Let's see if we keep pushing here. Trailing that opening range high. 310s. Let's see if this thing can just keep ripping. Well, maybe I should just trail that EMA, huh? We'll just trail EMA. Even if it stops me out, I lock in at least 100 something ticks, so I'm good with that. We're good with that. It's actually trail right there, 300s. Come on, boys, give me another pop. When this gets really bullish, this upper zone here, I don't know if you can see the color distinction here, but there's like a little brown shade. This should act like support if it's really bullish, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We have not gotten extreme yet. When we get parabolic, you're gonna know. Like these bands will just like whoop, and all you see are these the bricks just turn white, which means white hot. White hot. Let's see if we can punch through 325s. Hey guys, for those folks that are in the group, I released Trade Sniper, which is a hotkey auto entry for time-based charts. So I use two different sets of hotkeys, one for Renko charts and then one for time-based charts. So definitely check it out. There's videos, there's a training manual on it as well that will actually help you with all your timing entries if you're executing on time-based charts as well. I do both, so not just Renko. I use Renko for momentum and structure and patterns. But time-based charts you can also enter. So I'll enter on a 15-second or 1 minute time frame. Are these guys exhausting here at the opening range high already? God. Okay, 45 seconds left for the 30-minute candle to open. Full time frame continuity as well. Every time frame is bullish, but we're not that bullish. We're only 0.1% above the Globex open, the daily open. So market's kind of bullish, kind of green, kind of green. So that actually is a good sign, because if we do stay above the open, the Globex open, we're only at 0.1% on the session right now. The average move on a daily session is like 1%. So we have a long way to go to reach that. So if that's true, then man, we could probably we can swing this thing for 1% on the open. So that would put us right around here, 500s, 577s. Oh, that'd be nice. 577s. So our expected high, where's our expected high? It's at 621. So that's actually reasonable. So we can target the expected high today on the NASDAQ if we can stay bullish, since we've only hit 0.1% of the session. So that's cool. Strong close on the hourly. Got a breakout above this range, but we're just testing this prior range. So we're still not out of the woods yet. So 300 needs to hold if this is going to have any opportunity to do what we suggested. So let's see if that 300 level can hold. Might be opportunity to add more contracts if it does. Let's see. Where's 300s? I'll let them pull back to 300s first. There's 300 test. What's the 5 minute doing? 5 minutes probably going to take out the low. So just, yeah, let's watch 300s. If they clear 300s, I may just consider taking my little runner here off. Let's see. Nice bounce off 300, but we're back under opening range high. We need to get back above opening range high. Otherwise, it can't pull back to Globex. Open print. There we go. Can we stay firm now, back above opening range high? Be nice if it created a new high here. Watching 300s again for a second test. See if we get that break of this structure here. I don't know. I think they're gonna try to give us another leg down. 5 minute is trying to take out that low, maybe dig into its prior support level. Let's see. That 50 moving average needs to. They're holding it. Gotta be careful here. One more time. There we go. There it is. I have more contracts on that break. So I added a little bit more contracts on that break of that structure there. Now we just need to see some follow through. Stops at 300. So if I do get stopped out, it's fine. I'm protected. But I added some on that pop. So maybe we get a continuation move. ES is actually holding above its opening range high on a 5 minute at the moment. Let's see. Could be another opportunity to add more if these guys want to keep pumping here. Let's see. I feel like we're getting yeah. I think they're going to come back and test 300s again. So I'll just break even plus 1 tick. Let's see. Let's see if we can finally just turn up here. No. Oh, boo. Tagged out on my trail there. All good. Let it do its thing. Let it pull back. There's a displacement there. There's that displacement. Okay, beginning to stair step down. So maybe get a deeper pullback. So they trap these buyers here who are trying to buy the break like me, and then they pull back here. So we got one more chance here to do it. We're still holding 300s. Let's see. One more shot here. Well, 5 minute looks like it's trying to push down lower here. Waiting for a reversal bar up if we can get it. No, not yet. Okay, I'm going to cut and just wait. Let them do their thing. Let them do their thing, guys. They're stair stepping down at the moment. Just waiting for the right time here. Okay, now we'll try again. There we go. It's all about the timing. Hopefully we got the timing right now. Let's see. They better not dump it here again. Watch that 50 moving average acting as resistance. That's so annoying. Blowbacks open. Mm. It failed once, to fail twice. One more. There's 300s. Can we reclaim 300s? We're below the 30-minute opening price, so they don't start taking this thing back in control. It might be a down candle on the 30-minute. Mm-hmm. We're still within an active pullback zone in the W, so, but obviously the momentum's pushing down, so I'm just going to cut that, take the loss. So we'll just wait, because as it's selling off at the moment, 30-minute is bearish at the moment. How far can this go? No one knows. It can keep dropping. No one knows how far it can go. We're in the pullback zone and we're testing 0 gamma. Let's see. Testing settlement here. And 5-minute. Let's wait. I give time for the 5-minute. Got a rotation here on the 5-minute. ES is pulling back as well on the 5-minute. Here's our VWAP. Try one more time here. Stops will be at the 100% mark of this W. Starter position here. And it doesn't look like we're going to get that VWAP support. All right, stopped out on that on the extreme. So they inverted that entire W. Jeez. I guess we're not bullish today after all. It was maybe just a spiky spike. We'll see. I tried 3 times and let's see how we did that. So got long. I was already in long and tried to add into scale, stopped out break even. Then we tried again. I was up and then I added more. So I had initial position, more, and then stopped out again. And then just took one last attempt here. That didn't work out. But they're still battling at 250s and we shall see. So we've got to the other side of the range. And the question now is, do we end up giving a retracement and then we start trend down? Or do we hold and then we see price start pulling back here? It's just a pullback on a 5-minute chart. We'll see. Watching the 5-minute. I already don't like how we failed to accept above blowback, so that's important, because if we were going to be really bullish at some point today, then we should be able to hold blowbacks open. So they closed it, and now they rejected right back under it. So let's see what they do here. We're testing the opening range mid. And try that long off the opening range mid. And stop will be Globex VWAP at 225s, give or take. So now we'd see if they're going to start trending here. If this is going to be a trend, they should be able to, if we're bearish, they should reject this 50 moving average here. They should reject the pullback. We'll see. Nope, they're already rejecting it. Launch an opening range mid at 237s. They're going to support price here. Nope. All right, I'm cutting that one. Taking the cut. Taking the cut. 15-minute mid of the opening range. So these guys rejected the 50. And they're creating a lower low now. Beginning to break the opening range mid. Testing 0 gamma and Globex VWAP. We might see this thing rotate to the other side of the opening range. So maybe we're not going to get that extension that I was hoping for. There's still hope, though. There's still a possibility. Just watching the 15-minute chart, we'll see. There's still a possibility they can just hold this level here. But we'll see what happens. We need structure to start getting in alignment. We need some agreement in terms of structure. I'm watching here now to see if this rejects right there. If it holds, then this might be an opportunity for the entry. They were just giving us a deeper retracement. But they're still fighting this level here, so watching this area right here. So I'm going to take the long on the scalp here and see if they can hold this level here for us. And 50 moving average test. What are they gonna do? There we go. A little bit more. We gotta get outside this band here. We gotta leave the bottom band. Mm. Can we break that high? Can we get through that? Reclaim VWAP. Reclaim VWAP, get back to 75s. No, sir. Rejected instantly. Eh. They tried, they failed. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to cut this bottom. Rejected nastily there. Still okay though, still okay. We haven't taken out that pivot yet. Looks like they're about to do it here. They're hanging out here at this opening range mid, playing some games. Mm-mm. Uh-oh, continuation dot. Stopped out. Ay, ay, ay. Well, try to get it, but it's not giving it to me. And don't want to keep fighting this. So I'm taking cuts. So just gonna let it unfold here. Whatever it wants to do. If it's going to rip or dip or whatever, just gonna let this 15-minute candle close, 30-minute candle close, let the IB get set, and see if they're gonna either take it to the other side of the 15-minute range or what. I mean, it was a good entry too. It was a valid entry. We had everything going for us right there at that level. We had all the volume, we had the level, everything. What we didn't actually have was a market structure shift. We didn't really have the bigger rotation here to get that W. That's what we didn't have. So I think that was the missing link there for me, but didn't want to miss it. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to catch that pump. But we knew that overhead resistance was real. So on the hourly chart from 300s. So I was just hoping that maybe they were going to give us a nice little squeeze, but not today. Now 15-minute is pressing now. I've still got my the hourly chart here. Let's actually put it on the main chart so we can see it bigger. So this is what's happened. So we did get that break. So here's our range we're talking about. They came back in and tested this area here. So specifically this yesterday's high, this up bar, they came right into it. They tested that level and then rejected. And so I was thinking that maybe if it was truly that bullish, that maybe they would hold 300s and then we get that break higher. So, I mean, at this point, they can still hold it. You know, they can still hold this and take it up. They're just kind of giving us a deeper pullback. And so kind of watching this particular area here. I mean, this is all open game for price they can pull back into and hold. So it's difficult to sell here because you're selling technically into the supply, demand zone. You know, so that's going to be a little difficult there. And so the way it would work is you would want to see price get back below these lows and then hold. And of course, it could have been in short from up here on this reclaim of 300. But once we had this big move up, I got locked into the buy side opportunity. So then I was thinking more like that. And that's what happens. You know, you start seeing things, you start getting locked in structurally. But the other thing to note is we were below our opening print, right? So 10 o'clock open, we opened up and just sold off. And so that was the other thing we were working against, the gravity of the opening price. You look at the bottom of my chart there, it says full time frame continuity is bearish. That means every time frame is bearish. Oh, yeah, which is what it is. So you're fighting against a trend in terms of each candle's expansion or open. Yeah, price is now trending down, at least for this current 30-minute window. If we look at that 32-bar chart, deep retracement there on that W. So we actually got a W there on the 32 bar, and now we're pulling back into the retracement zone. That's interesting, actually. If this breaks, this will get down to put support at 50s. If it holds, well, then that could be a pretty big extension back up. .30-minute just took out the prior 30-minute high. So that basically showing us that 30-minute pop was just a sweep. It was just a pop and fail, a sweep and fail. It took out the highs from the overnight and then just took it back down. Basically filled the opening night, the new day opening gap. So if you were to look at regular RTH hours, settlement price versus 9:30 opening price, they just closed that gap, and then that was it. So just gonna watch how they handle opening range low here, 162s, not 162s, 133s. I mean 133s. No, it's only 162s. They took out both sides of the opening range, pretty much. They're about to. Well, they already have, yes. Jeez. Okay. All right, so we swept the opening range low. Are we going to be able to stay under the opening range low? We just bounced back off of it. There's a pop. Been a nice scalp off that level. Probably time to get into scalp mode here until we can really get directional. Because right now we're at major support. We're at a major support level from the overnight, which is 150s. Okay, here's our IB. It's now set. So 156 is the IB low. Let's see what these guys are going to do here. I got a feeling that they're going to probably take this thing up, to be honest. I don't know. It just feels very rotational. Let's see how they handle this opening price here, 10 o'clock. I'm going to try again, guys. A little bit aggressive here. In case these guys are being so mean where they don't get pullbacks at the open. They just open it and rip it. Watching to see the 200 level, how they handle that. Watching the 50 here. They break that low under 1030, I'll cut the trade. A tight stop here, obviously, because we're waiting for any confirmation. We just got in on the opening push. See if they're going to give us an immediate reclaim, but not yet. Let's watch. Are they going to be able to pop this? If they do, this could be a full pop all the way to the other side. So I don't know. It might be worth the risk reward if it works. Watching that pink dot right there. Don't want them to break that. Dealing with this resistance right there. These guys. We can start clearing that, then we may have a chance. But they are holding up here, 200s sellers. We had this buyer who came in right there. If they can't get back above this buyer, this guy could become trapped. This is the buyer that kind of made me want to get long. They took out that offer right here. Let's see. We are still rejecting 200s. Can we get a little bit more? Trying to get out of the cloud. Trying to climb out of the cloud. More buyers at the highs at 200s. 200s is acting as a major resistance level right now. It's GEX 5, Gamma 5. And we get that break of structure and then take out these guys. If we could take out these guys, we may have a chance to see something bigger. But if not, it will stay heavy. Mm. Yeah, my God, I got this. It's not going to give me what I needed. There we go. Come on now, a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Can we get more? Can we get a little bit more? Could this be a full rotation to the other side of the range? Could it be? I don't know. It looks like it. Targeting the other side of the opening range high. Or the mid. At least the mid. Take the first partial at the mid if we can get there. Target already hit at the mid, baby. Let's go. Stop the break even, just in case. This is just a pullback in a downtrend. Yeah, buddy. Now I just want to see that hourly chart reclaim. See that hourly candle? I want to see that thing flip green, bro. That would be nice right off that demand zone. Yay. All right, let's go. We got to clear our POC. Where's our POC right now? Our POC is at 240s. 240s. So we got to deal with this area here in the VWAP. So these guys right here, we just broke this structure here. Let's see if it holds a support. This was resistance. They just bounced off the mid, so this could be a short setup, to be honest, for continuation lower. So I'm kind of playing mean reversion right now based on the idea that we're positive gamma on the session. So I tried to buy off the mid on that pullback. It failed. Instead, rotated to the other side of the range, and now we're back at the mid again. And so obviously there's a short opportunity here because these buyers are now getting trapped, meaning they bought aggressively into the level, and now we have sellers coming in and slamming the bid. So this could be the continuation short, but I'm break even on my trade. So I took my partial at an obvious area where we would expect sellers to come in, right? So I protected myself there, paid myself, recouped some of those losses I took. And now I'm just holding just in case this thing wants to go to the other side. So I'm leaving it on just in case. So we got a leg, one up. They could pull back. And then the second question is, after we get the leg up, does it give us a lower low? Right? If we're bearish, this is probably what will happen. Nice. I like that. More buyers coming in aggressively right here, taking out offers. So there's buyers that are active here. So, I mean, that's a good sign. I want to see them keep being aggressive. Keep buying, keep buying, keep taking out the offer, keep taking out the offer. Because that's good. Because what that means is there's sellers here that are passive, that are hanging out, but the buyers are overpowering those orders, and we're able to start breaking out and then look for new sellers. And if there's no sellers here at the mid, if we exhaust these passive sellers here, the next stack of passive offers, we just look at the heat map here or the DOM, we can see we have some clusters up in this area, 260s, another one at 280s. So that's likely where price will go to. Seeking sellers. Where are the sellers? Passive orders. Where's the passive orders? If you're using the heat map, it has a built-in DOM and a built-in volume profile, which is what you see here on the right. On the right, you can actually see a little bit more cleanly on this chart. It's a 15-second chart. And then you can see, let me get rid of all the levels for right now. Final quarters. Get rid of that, get rid of that, just so we can focus in on the heat map. So you can see we have a bid right here that just came in at 225s. So they're filling the bid now, and then we have this bid down here. So if it does want to drop, this is where it's going to go, 210s. If it wants to go higher, so I found the sellers right up here at 240s, which was actually the mid. And they keep throwing offers up at 240s, or just throwing offers up here. Adding it, taking it away, adding it, taking it away. When you see it flash, that means we're pulling. And then what do we have? More offers up top, around 310s, 300s, and then 276s. We got all this cluster here, large clusters here around 25. And then down below, 210. So you can see, and I like to use the liquidity levels. Let's throw that on too. Which you guys have access to all this stuff. For the NQ, we'll just keep it at 50 and then 100. Yeah, we'll just do that. It's loading. Looks like we're failing under 225s or 215s, I mean. Okay, there we go. So if these guys fail to hold here, then this could potentially end up being a double top, and then we fail, and then we rotate back to the other side, right? So that's something to consider. Looking at this range here, this is kind of the rotation that I was watching. Support becomes resistance, resistance, break. So they could pull right back into this area, and this becomes like a level where they could either hold it, or if they reclaim it, it could be used again as resistance. We stay heavy under, and then we just take out that low. I'm still in the trade long, but just watching here. And what's my T1? T1 here is only 23. The book is pretty thin here on the NQ right now. This is our point of failure, where we just keep failing at 226s. That's our resistance right there, 233s to 222s. Notice how we ended up trading above it and then got back below it. So right now it's kind of like a battle zone right now to see if this ends up acting as major. If this becomes our main point of failure here, we can't get back above this area, then this becomes resistance for us. And then we would see price probably trade lower. So this is the area right here where we would potentially look for the failure to get short off 233s, 229s, give or take. But if they reclaimed a level, then that goes with my original idea, which is I'm still long in the original idea, thinking that maybe we get mean reversion. But the fact they've spent some time here, spent a lot of time here at the mid, so we didn't get that fast acceleration type move when they trap one side. So leaves me to believe that we may not be getting that active participation to the other side of the range. So I'm just gonna take the profit there for right now. I'm gonna take that profit for right now. I'm gonna be watching this area here instead, 233s, to see if they end up taking that out or rejecting from it. And then if they do reject it again, I get short against that. So we got our pullback leg confirmed now inside of the Renko chart. So our chart is plotting market structure, right? The Renko charts, leg one, pullback, leg two, pullback or reversal. So we have leg one, and now we're in a active leg one down pullback. So the question is, do we pull back? Do we hold? What's the game plan here? We also don't want to forget this area that we talked about as potential support. Okay, watching here. This is the moment of truth. Can these buyers punch through this level here and accept? Got some offers coming in, 235s right there. They took the offer, they cleared it, and now they're breaking out. So this level is beginning to act as a reclaim. So 229s is acting as a reclaim. So they broke in. Now, if they close back under the level, then that would become another failure point, and then that would be continuation move to the downside, or at least attempt to. But if they hold it, this gives us the move that we're talking about for our original idea, which is long to the other side. But watch what happens here. Moment of truth. Looks like we got a second leg confirmed, or we're gonna get a higher high now on the Renko chart. Yeah, there it goes. They've hit the level, stuffed those offers. Watch what they do here. Got a W pattern. Will it hold? Watch 33s and watch 29s. If they close back under that level, that might be the short. So you don't just short it on the closure. What you want to do is see them close and then fail again to get back above, and then we take it short. So you could always take the starter, but you run the risk of this just being a little reaction. So I'm going to take the starter. But now the real test is, do we actually close underneath and then fail to get back above? Still holding it. You see how they retested 29s and held it? Watch it. Active in support. I'm going to cut that for now and just wait. Let's see which way they're going to take this thing. They reclaim that level. That's a good example of how reclaims work. Very nice. I should have stayed in my long, but I cut the long just in case. I'm thinking they're going to take it to the other side of the range. So we got 10 minutes left on this hourly candle, so we'll see if they snap it all the way back up. So that's an example of how we use market structure and price action along with the DOM to figure out if they're where they're going to go. So they're always going to look for the orders. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's why you want to look at the DOM. That's why you want to have it on your chart, right? So this is going to precede price movement. So you have liquidity at the high or the low. We watch where they're stacking size, and then from there you begin to start looking at areas, previous areas, to look at the reactions of what happened when we got there. So let's see. This is our settlement line, I think. No, this is our major quarter. It's 250s. We're 250s now. So this is the area now to pay attention to, because this is where we had that big dump right here. This is also our POC. If they start holding this area, then this becomes support. So all these prior areas where we rejected from, right? These are all areas where support becomes resistance, which can eventually become support. I know we never really thought that, right? Like support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support, but they forget to tell you that support can become resistance, which can then become support again and again. So over here, they use this as resistance. Price broke, came back under, resistance, sold off. Price came in, reclaimed it, broke back in, held it, right? So it's not an exact price point, but I mean, we could use, for instance, this overall area. For me, I like to use the extreme here, this candle. If you're looking for support, you would be looking at the down close candle down here. That led to this big move, failure, come back in, so 214s. That was a very nice extension how they did that. So we're making that migration out to the other side of the range. So this is a swing trade here. You could hold this trade, trail, of course, always trail, but look for the anticipated move to the opposite side. Opening range high. Careful here now. Make sure you're trailing because it could fail here. Look, they just threw an offer here. So we just threw 54 contracts on the offer for the NQ. This is an NQ chart. My Renko chart's an MNQ chart. Okay. So they threw the offer and we're seeing price react from it. So now we're reclaiming this level here. I'm going to take an attempt here on the short side because we did reject here once. We're beginning to reject again. So watching this area to see if it holds as resistance. So they are trying. The buyer here just came in, tried. Okay. And then we'll go back to this original area here. They reclaimed. If they get back onto this level, this becomes a second add. So that price becomes $2.99. So under 229s, we sell some more. If they continue to hold, then the thesis is invalidated. That's what we would look for. If they reclaim this green zone, then that would be the long, opportunity to get long. So watching, we completed a W. We hit a 50% extension. Buyer bought 150 contracts. Now we're pulling back to the 50 moving average. Does it hold? Does it fail? Are we going to start to slow grind up, or was this simply a retracement? Well, let's see. This was a guy right there. This candle right here was a guy where we tested the level and then created this extension higher. So once we lose this area here, this guy right here, this can become our area of a flip zone. But they're still holding up, so we gotta wait and see. Oh, I think they might be coming back to those offers to fill. Let's see if they do that. So we're back in that zone. I'm gonna cut that little trade there that I was thinking of scalping. And we'll watch what they do here at that level. What's going on that 5-minute chart? Straight 5-minute bullish. Okay. See if they're going to reclaim this 263 level here. See if this level acts as support or if they reject from here. If it acts as support, then we want to see extension through these highs. What time is it? 3 minutes left on this hourly chart, on this hourly candle. Okay, you can try one more time there. on this failure back outside. So kind of looks like this here. Where are we? Just watching to see how they handle this area here. It's kind of what they did over here, and they reclaimed it. And now they're doing the same thing again. Will they reclaim it or will they hold it this time? Two minutes left here for this hourly candle. Looks like they're going to try to reclaim it again. Watching to see if they reclaim that level, 250s. We're pulling back to the 21 moving average here. Let's see if we can push through. What is this level? It's our initial balance mid. And if they do clear this level, we'll be targeting our IB low. IB low down at 156. Okay, here's our new 1 minute candle coming in. It looks like they're reclaiming that level. Pumping in again. Let's watch. Are they going to drive it higher? They reclaim that level. They're testing it once. We're going to clear this midpoint. Are they going to hold? Here's the 11 open. Rejected. Can we close outside? Watching 250s. I think I'm going to break that level here. There's a bid. Take the bid. Good. When they got a bid and price goes up and they hit the bid, that's going to push price lower. That's what we like to see. Well, we are still kind of pinning here in this area here around 250s. What we need to do, if we're going to get this thing down, we need to see price start getting through this little support zone here. And I need this Renko chart to start giving me some reversal bars and break this trend line. And then get back down to, where's our flip? Well, we're still technically bearish on the flip here, but we're still holding to 50. Let's see if they can clear this. Okay, buyers are trying to get in here. Buyers have done a good job defending this area. Now we got an offer at 260. Let's see if they're going to take that offer. They pulled it. All right, looks like they're going to try to pop this high again. Let's see. I'm going to cut this. I'm cutting it. I'm out. Just waiting. Let them do their thing. Gotta be quick sometimes, you know, because it can go either way. So they held that level. I mean, that was pretty good watching how they did that. And now they're squeezing through the level. It looks like they do want to take out that opening range high. Large offer. Does it act as resistance or do they take it out? Oh, looks like a reclaim. Looks like a reclaim. What just happened? Back under 263s again. Careful. There we go. It filled back under this level once again. So 262s. And he filled right at that offer as well. So 270s. Okay, we crossed back under 11 o'clock open. That might be a green to red on the 30-minute. So let's see if the hourly is going to be able to hold up here. This is their chance to lock up this candle. See if they can support price above the open. Got this bullish structure here that we're just dealing with. So watch this 262 level. Now pull back to the open print held. Rejecting that offer again. That's interesting. That offer just kind of acting as resistance there. Just waiting. Maybe you guys can just see this chart a little bit more clean with structure. Watching here. You start breaking back underneath 262s, it might be a failure. They hold just to pull back. Two 275s. So we got this little break of 275 and then a break back under. Here was this offer. They filled the offer, came back under. Just watching to see what they're going to do at this point now. This is kind of where we want them. If they're going to fail here, this is where they're going to fail. So I'm going to try that short on that break. Let's see. We got to close under 58s though. It's going to be a quick scalp. Are they going to reclaim this? Yeah, buyers are still hanging on here. Watching this level here, 267s. Let's see if they can, if they're going to hold or they're going to support this, or we can continue the slow grind up. All right, targeting IB low. If we can get down there. So that'll be our targets down to 157 if we can start breaking down here. So I'm in short. So just watching to see here if we can start clearing out the 11 o'clock open print at 52s. Yes, sir. And then once we do that, then we really just need to get through this guy down here, and then we're pretty much, it might be good to go at that point. So we'll see. But this is the starting point of this entire move right here. So for this leg up. So it actually started from the initial balance midpoint at 245s. So this is looking pretty decent so far. So now, I mean, we've reclaimed this structure here. This is that main area we're talking about, 62s. Above it, if they held it, bullish, but then they failed to accept. They hit it once, twice, came back in, and now we just want to see this act as resistance. So if that area can act as resistance, nice. We can just sit in this trade. Now we want this candle to turn from green to red on the 30-minute and stay heavy. We need price to close through the 30-minute open. I would like a 5-minute candle closure, a few of them if possible. But if not, you know, it can bounce here still. This is just the retest of the open print. They do that. And then we can also already start seeing the ATRs getting compressed here, which it has been yesterday, this whole week. We're only at 55 ticks a minute right now. I'll move my stops to break even, because I don't want to see price get back above 68s. My stops at 71s. If they do reclaim 68s, then that would be a bullish continuation. An offer just came in again at 60s. What are they going to do with this offer? Moment of truth for buyers. This is that pullback. Where if they lose this pullback, buyers will end up getting stuck up in this area. If they get stuck up in this area, they'll be forced to sell. So this is their chance. This is the VWAP here. We got the VWAP here. And will they hold the VWAP? So this was that failure swing right here. These guys started it, filled the offer, came in, and then the failure occurred in this cluster here. These guys failed to create that higher high. We instead created a lower high, and now we've got this potential bearish channel now in play. All right, so that's kind of like what we're watching for. Let's see, are we going to take this thing? We can just draw like a little channel, if you will, and it's pretty bearish. It's pretty aggressive how they're just disrespecting support. So we're up 144 ticks on this short. It had to be patient there. I was anticipating a full rotation to the other side, but remember what I said, you can have a thesis, just don't get locked into a belief. Let the real-time price action dictate what is happening. So if you start seeing failures and breakdowns, then obviously it means something, you know? And so we're in short right now. We're holding 160 ticks of profit, targeting initial balance low. Let's see if we can get there. We will pay ourselves along the way, of course. Stops are going to be moved to 255s or 260s. So I don't want to see price reclaim this area here. We have a nice little offer as well. So this is a book flip. We had a bid, they filled it, and then they restacked. They stacked the offer right there. And that's what created this capitulation to the downside. And we're just kind of moving fast now. So we got a nice M pattern, confirm, M pattern extensions. Let's see if we can get at least to the 100% on this one. And then if this really wants to get bearish and start breaking initial balance low, then we may look for put support today at 29,050. So if we get outside the initial balance low, our main target for the session is 29,050s, okay? This is where they may bounce here. Let's see. This fails here, then this will be another reclaim for the sellers, a bearish reclaim. This area here. I will take half off, pay myself, because I did take some cuts. So I do want to pay myself so I can make sure we're recovering and getting back on track. And then if I happen to catch the lotto trade here, which is the full move to the IB low, then that's it. We're Gucci. But we'll see. Watching 241s to see how they handle the zone here. I'm trying to reclaim this area here. Watching for that open print test at 252s. Are they going to be able to reclaim that? Nice. Add more contracts on there just in case. Just in case. Reversal bar down on Renko. If we can get a reversal bar down on Renko, we got a trap buyer bubble. Trap buyer bubble. Let's see. Pull back to 50. I'm trying to reclaim 250 here. There's that reclaim. Oh, my trail got tagged. So I had my runners. Got tagged there. It's okay. Still opportunity. There's still opportunity here. Get another reversal bar down. Maybe we can get it again. Or it could be a reclaim and they take it back to the highs. But either way, I'm still leaning bearish side here, so I like that. So using the mid retracement as an opportunity to reload my short. And hopefully we can get this failure back under again. They're still holding it up. That buyer 260s that came in. Big buyer. If you have a big trade indicator on your chart, you'll see a big bubble for 244 contracts. Let's see if we get that move. There we go. Let's see. Add more contracts on that reversal bar. Let's see if we can stay and break back under 250s and stay heavy under 250s. Bingo. Come on now. Let's get it back under 229s. Let's go. Let's go. Stops are break even, gang. I don't want to see them get back above 241s. So they're going to spike one more time to the upside. Pretty choppy market here. We're right at 0 gamma, FYI, and VWAP, right? So VWAP, 0 gamma, we can expect and anticipate this type of action. Come on, 241s. This is the area where we should see price hold to 47s if we're going to stay bearish. They may spike it again one more time. I actually need to wrap this stream up. I forgot. I got a thing here. I got to do school starting for kids. So I got to go to a teacher orientation today. I forgot about that. Oops. It's like in 30 minutes. Or actually in an hour. I think I got some time here. Let's see if we can get out of this consolidation here. Which way is this thing going to go, man? Is this thing done yet, or are they going to try to pop it up again? Looks like they're trying to pop it, They finally got a reversal bar. Feels like they're going to try to drive it up one more time. I'm just going to leave my stop up here just to give this thing some room, but I will cut this trade above 55s. They start getting real bullish here because they are having a hard time. Sellers are having a hard time here breaking down. So watching the open print, are they going to reclaim that? There's the test. There's the rejection. Let's go. Very good. We need more than that, though. We need to get through this area here. This is the consolidation here. We got to get through this area of consolidation. Otherwise, that spike could be used as a pullback, and then they take out this here. So this is what they're forming right now. It's a nice compression. Oh, see it? It reloaded there for a second time. I think they're going to run these highs one more time. Getting pretty aggressive here. Okay, that's that retest. This is the main area if they're going to hold this level or reject from it. Stops will be at 75. I didn't want to sit through this, but ATR is a little compressed. Let's see, they're reclaiming that level here. Watching to see if they're going to trade through it. Okay, there's that rejection off the zone. We need to see this thing close back underneath this guy right here. I don't like that they reclaimed the 30-minute open. Okay, there's a new 30-minute candle. Let's see what they're going to do here. See if we can clear this zone here. What are these boys going to do here? They just broke out of this little compression. Come on, what are we doing? Interesting. Big W pattern, pullback retracement to the zone, and got that extension. Oh, okay. Alrighty, we're technically under the opening print. And this level here, above it is bullish, below it is bearish. So this guy. Right there. Ideally, we take out this base right here. When they consolidate like that, they usually do that to seek liquidity. Once they get the liquidity, then they come back and take out the base. So we're still in that short, guys. So we'll see what happens. Targeting 50s. Previous day session low. We'll do something like this. So that's my swing scenario here, guys. Stops are now going to be put to 60s or 70s. And on the Renko chart, if we get a reversal bar down, this is a 32 bar Renko, we get a reversal bar and we clear our opening range mid, that could create the momentum we need for a double top failure here. 1, 2, and then we go like that. But we're not out of the woods yet. They're still potentially holding things up here. Let's go to the 8 bar Renko. Yeah, we're still holding that 200 moving average. It's tough to be a buyer. I'll be honest, like, because we really keep rejecting off the levels, but at the same time, we're also seeing them defend the support levels around 225s or 230s. If I get this flip, it will probably produce a leg 1, a pullback leg 2. That would be nice, but yeah, I think they should clear this consolidation here. That would be good. There we go. There's 238 test. There we go. They're taking out that consolidation. Let's go. Now we need to take the 30-minute low. The 30-minute low, which is right at 222s, 222s. So let's take out that 30-minute low. We got it, baby. We got it, baby. Let's go. There's 75 ticks in this compressed volatility that we're sitting in currently. 20 on a 15 second, it's 26 ticks per 15 seconds. Let's see if we get a pop through 225s here. This is at support level, so 225, gotta watch out. Stops are a break even now. Hopefully we don't get a freaking full double bottom here, reclaim, because that would be super annoying. I'm gonna actually pull some contracts off already, just in case they want a double bottom. And then I'll just hold for the rest, which will be IB low. And then below that, our main level for the day was 29,050s. And that's how it's done, guys. That's how it's done. Ugly trading at its finest. So now this area of volatility or compression here should act as resistance, right? So I can just get rid of this now, get rid of this, get rid of this. And this area here, the last point of failure. So this is the area that created this move, but this is specifically where they failed, right there. That buyer failed right there. So in that instance, we don't want to see price reclaim and hold that area right there. Above it, it's bullish. Below it, it's still bears maintain control. Very choppy, guys. This is like some really choppy shit, man. We're not really getting any direction here. Just holding that double bottom. I'm glad I paid myself. Are we done, guys? Can we give up already? Can these buyers just give up? They hit the 30-minute low. We're sweeping the low. And now let's see if they're going to break down now. This time I'm not going to move my stop. If I get tagged out, break even, that's it. I'm not trying to sit through this. I got to get going. All right, I'm tagged out on my trail, unfortunately. Yes, sir. I thought we would get that extension. It's still possible. It's still very possible that we get it, but, you know, they wanted to pull back a little deeper. It's a tough one. The tough one, these guys. All right, gang. I'm just going to call the stream here. I got to get going. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your session. And guys, check out the Trade Sniper hotkeys pad that's been added under the download section with the trading manual and a little video. We got more stuff coming, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a good rest of your day.